In an era where the digital landscape is as tumultuous as the high seas, mastering threat intelligence is akin to navigating a ship through tempestuous waters. Every year, cyber threats become more sophisticated, more elusive, and more damaging. For any organization, understanding and leveraging threat intelligence is no longer just an option, it's a crucial lifeline. This essay sails through the vast ocean of cyber threat intelligence, exploring its importance, sources, and practical application in ensuring the cybersecurity of organizations. Threat intelligence is the compass that steers the cybersecurity ship of any modern organization. By definition, it involves the collection, evaluation, and analysis of information about potential and existing threats to the safety of an organization's digital assets. In today's cyber environment, where threats are increasingly dynamic, the role of threat intelligence is as critical as ever. It not only informs an organization about the weather conditions ahead, but also provides the necessary tools to navigate through them. The significance of threat intelligence cannot be overstated. In an age dominated by information, ignorance is not just a simple deficit, it is a liability. As cyber threats grow in complexity and sophistication, the need to predict, detect, and counteract these threats in their nascent stages becomes imperative to safeguard an organization's integrity and continuity. Understanding threat intelligence begins with recognizing its core elements: sources, types, and application. Each aspect plays a critical role in shaping the intelligence that will eventually inform decision-making processes, risk management, and strategic responses to cyber threats. The roots of threat intelligence trace back to the early days of the internet, when cyber threats were relatively simple and much less frequent. Initially, the focus was primarily on reactive measures, responding to threats after they had occurred. However, as the digital landscape grew, so did the sophistication and frequency of cyber attacks, necessitating a shift towards more proactive measures. This evolution was marked by the development of various tools and methodologies aimed at predicting and preventing cyber threats. From basic antivirus software to advanced machine learning algorithms, the tools designed for cyber threat intelligence have become increasingly sophisticated. The integration of these tools into comprehensive cybersecurity strategies represented a significant shift in how organizations approached cyber threats. Understanding this historical context is essential for appreciating the complexity and necessity of modern threat intelligence. It highlights the dynamic nature of cybersecurity and the continuous need for innovative solutions that can keep pace with evolving threats. Threat intelligence is derived from myriad sources, each offering unique insights into the cyber threat landscape. These sources can be broadly categorized into three types: open source intelligence, OSINT, commercial intelligence, and internal intelligence. Open source intelligence, OSINT, refers to intelligence collected from publicly available sources such as news reports, blogs, social media, and other publicly accessible databases. The advantage of OSINT is its accessibility and breadth. However, it requires careful analysis to separate useful data from noise. Commercial intelligence involves proprietary solutions offered by cybersecurity firms. These firms specialize in collecting, analyzing, and distributing threat intelligence. Their services often provide deeper insights into specific threats and are tailored to the needs of individual organizations. The downside is the cost, which can be prohibitive for smaller organizations. Internal intelligence is derived from an organization's own networks and systems. This includes logs, incident reports, and other data generated from within the organization. It is crucial for identifying and responding to active threats and for tailoring the organization's defense mechanisms to its specific needs. Each source complements the others, and a robust threat intelligence strategy will typically integrate data from all three to form a comprehensive overview of potential and active threats. Threat intelligence can be segmented into three main types: strategic, tactical, and operational. Each type serves a different purpose and is used by different levels of an organization. Strategic threat intelligence provides a high-level overview of the cyber threat landscape. It is useful for decision-makers and senior leaders to understand long-term trends and potential impacts on business strategy. This type of intelligence is often derived from a combination of external and internal sources and is framed in the context of broader business risks. Tactical threat intelligence focuses on the tactics, techniques, and procedures used by threat actors. It is most useful for cybersecurity teams as it helps in identifying and mitigating specific threats. Tactical intelligence is often detailed and technical, requiring a substantial background in cybersecurity to interpret effectively. Operational threat. Intelligence is concerned with specific imminent threats to an organization. It provides actionable intelligence that can be used to respond to incidents. Operational intelligence is highly dynamic and often requires real-time data collection and analysis. Understanding these types can help organizations allocate their resources more effectively and ensure that the right type of intelligence is being used at the appropriate levels within the organization. The threat intelligence lifecycle is a continuous process that encompasses several stages: planning, collection, processing, analysis, dissemination, and feedback. Each stage is critical to the success of the overall intelligence effort. Planning involves defining the requirements and setting the objectives for the intelligence to be gathered. This stage determines what kind of intelligence is needed, aligning it with the organization's risk management framework. Collection is the gathering of data from various sources. This stage utilizes both technical means, such as cybersecurity tools, and human skills, such as social engineering techniques, to collect relevant data. Processing involves converting the collected data into a format that can be easily analyzed. This may include translation, decryption, and sorting of data into structured formats. Analysis is perhaps the most critical stage, where collected data is transformed into actionable intelligence. This involves looking for patterns, drawing conclusions, and producing insights that will inform decision-making. Dissemination involves communicating the actionable intelligence to the relevant stakeholders within the organization. This must be done in a timely and secure manner to ensure that the intelligence is actionable. Feedback is the final stage, where the effectiveness of the intelligence is assessed. Feedback from the stakeholders helps in refining the intelligence requirements and improving the overall process. This life cycle ensures that threat intelligence remains a dynamic and responsive tool in an organization's cybersecurity arsenal. Integrating threat intelligence into cybersecurity operations is a strategic move that enhances an organization's defenses against cyber threats. The integration process involves several key strategies that ensure the intelligence is not only received, but also effectively utilized to protect digital assets. One fundamental strategy is the establishment of a centralized intelligence function within the cybersecurity team. This function acts as the hub for all intelligence activities, ensuring that information is correlated and analyzed in a cohesive manner. It allows for the strategic distribution of intelligence to various operational teams, ensuring that each team has the specific intelligence it needs to perform its duties effectively. Another strategy is the automation of intelligence feeds into cybersecurity tools. By automating this process, organizations can ensure that their defensive systems are continuously updated with the latest threat data. This real-time capability is critical in defending against fast-moving threats like zero-day attacks. Case studies of successful integration often highlight the importance of a culture that values intelligence. For instance, a financial institution may implement regular briefings between its intelligence analysts and decision-makers to ensure that everyone is aware of the current threat landscape and understands how it affects their specific functions within the organization. Tools and technologies used in threat intelligence are as varied as the threats they aim to counter. Key technologies include security information and event management systems, threat intelligence platforms, and automated data collection tools. CM systems are crucial as they provide a holistic view of an organization's security posture. They collect, store, and analyze security logs from various sources, making it easier to detect and respond to incidents based on the intelligence received. Threat intelligence platforms are specialized tools that aggregate and analyze data from multiple sources. They help in managing the intelligence lifecycle and provide functionalities like threat feed integration, indicator of compromise sharing, and even predictive analytics. Despite their advantages, these technologies also have limitations. They require significant investment in terms of money and human resources. Furthermore, they can generate large volumes of data, which can be overwhelming unless properly managed. The analysis and processing of threat intelligence are what transforms raw data into actionable insights. Techniques for analyzing threat intelligence include statistical analysis, machine learning models, and human-led investigation. Statistical analysis can reveal trends and patterns in data that might indicate the emergence of new cyber threats. Machine learning models can automate the detection of these patterns, increasing the speed at which threats can be identified. However, human expertise remains crucial. Analysts interpret the context and nuance of threat data, which automated systems might overlook. For example, understanding the geopolitical context of a cyber campaign can be critical for assessing its threat level and potential targets. This stage of the threat intelligence lifecycle is critical because it directly influences the quality of the intelligence that will be acted upon. Poor analysis can lead to incorrect conclusions, potentially causing organizations to misallocate resources or overlook serious threats. Artificial intelligence plays an increasingly significant role in the field of threat intelligence. AI technologies, particularly machine learning, are used to automate the collection and analysis of vast amounts of data, identifying patterns that would be impossible for humans to detect alone. AI can enhance the capabilities of threat intelligence systems in several ways. For instance, it can automate the processing of unstructured data from diverse sources, such as blogs, social media, and dark web forums. AI systems can also predict potential future attacks by analyzing historical data and current trends. Despite its advantages, the role of AI in threat intelligence is not without challenges. AI systems require large data sets to train effectively, and they can be susceptible to biases if not properly managed. Moreover, there is a risk of over-reliance on AI, potentially leading to a lack of human oversight in critical security decisions. Navigating the complex waters of threat intelligence is fraught with challenges. One of the primary hurdles is the sheer volume and variety of data that needs to be processed. Cybersecurity teams often find themselves drowning in data, struggling to identify what is relevant among the noise. This data overload can lead to delayed responses or missed threats. Another significant challenge is the dynamic nature of cyber threats. Cybercriminals continually evolve their tactics, requiring constant updates to threat intelligence strategies and tools. Keeping pace with these changes demands not only advanced technologies, but also continuous training for cybersecurity personnel. Interoperability between different security tools and platforms also poses a challenge. Often tools from different vendors do not seamlessly integrate, leading to gaps in the security posture of an organization. Overcoming these challenges requires a well-thought-out strategy that includes integration of tools, continuous learning, and a proactive approach to threat intelligence. The collection and use of threat intelligence raise important legal and ethical questions, particularly concerning privacy. Cybersecurity teams must navigate complex legal landscapes that vary by country and industry. For example, regulations like the General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR, in the European Union impose strict guidelines on how personal data can be collected and used. Ethically, there is a fine line between gathering threat intelligence and infringing on individual privacy. Organizations must ensure that their threat intelligence activities are both legally compliant and ethically sound. This involves implementing strict controls on data use, ensuring transparency in data collection methods, and maintaining the confidentiality of sensitive information. Addressing these considerations is not just about avoiding legal penalties, it's also about maintaining public trust. Organizations that fail to handle data ethically risk damaging their reputation and losing customer trust. Financial institutions are prime targets for cybercriminals due to the valuable data they hold. Implementing robust threat intelligence is crucial for these institutions to prevent financial losses and protect customer data. A notable example involves a major bank that integrated a comprehensive threat intelligence system following a series of phishing attacks. The bank utilized a combination of commercial and internal intelligence sources to monitor potential threats continuously. By analyzing patterns from past attacks, the bank was able to identify and block similar attempts in the future. The integration of real-time threat data into their security systems enabled them to react quickly to potential breaches, significantly reducing their impact. This case study highlights the importance of a proactive approach in utilizing threat intelligence. By anticipating potential threats and preparing accordingly, financial institutions can protect themselves from significant financial and reputational harm. The healthcare sector faces unique cybersecurity challenges due to the sensitive nature of the data involved and the criticality of healthcare services. A notable case involved a large hospital system that implemented threat intelligence after experiencing a ransomware attack that crippled its operations. The hospital adopted a multi-layered threat intelligence approach, incorporating both OSINT and commercial intelligence to gain insights into emerging threats. They also focused on training their staff to recognize signs of phishing attempts, a common entry point for ransomware. By integrating this intelligence into their security operations, the hospital was able to not only recover from the initial attack but also fortify its defenses against future threats. This proactive stance ensured the continuity of critical healthcare services and safeguarded patient data. The practical benefits of effective threat intelligence are clear when considered through the lens of real-world applications. For instance, a technology company was able to thwart an advanced persistent threat, APT, by utilizing threat intelligence that identified suspicious network patterns linked to known APT groups. Additionally, threat intelligence has proven invaluable in combating large-scale threats like the WannaCry ransomware attack. Organizations that had timely access to threat intelligence were able to patch their systems before the malware could cause significant damage. These examples underscore the critical role that effective threat intelligence plays in not only responding to cyber threats, but also in preventing them. The future of threat intelligence looks towards even greater integration of AI and machine learning technologies, providing faster and more accurate predictions of cyber threats. Another emerging trend is the development of decentralized threat intelligence networks, where data is shared across organizations and sectors, creating a more comprehensive defense network against cyber threats. Moreover, as cyber threats continue to evolve, we can expect to see an increase in specialized threat intelligence services tailored to specific industries or types of threats. This specialization will enable more precise and effective countermeasures tailored to the unique needs of each sector. As the field of threat intelligence evolves, so too does the need for specialized training and education. Cybersecurity professionals must stay abreast of the latest tools, techniques, and threats. This requires ongoing education and training, which can be facilitated through certifications, workshops, and continuous learning programs. Educational institutions are also beginning to offer more courses and degrees focused on cybersecurity and threat intelligence. These programs are crucial for preparing the next generation of cybersecurity professionals to face the challenges of an increasingly complex cyber threat landscape. Creating an effective threat intelligence team requires a mix of skills and expertise. Key roles include intelligence analysts, who analyze and interpret threat data, engineers who implement and maintain the necessary tools, and managers who oversee the operation and ensure it aligns with the organization's strategic goals. In addition to technical skills, soft skills such as critical thinking, problem solving, and effective communication are equally important. These skills help in interpreting the data correctly and communicating the findings effectively to other stakeholders in the organization. Cyber threats do not respect national borders, making global cooperation essential in the fight against cybercrime. International partnerships allow for the sharing of threat intelligence across borders, providing a more complete picture of the cyber threat landscape. Organizations such as Interpol and the Global Cyber Alliance work to facilitate this kind of cooperation. These partnerships not only enhance the capabilities of individual organizations, but also strengthen the global response to cyber threats. Mastering threat intelligence is an ongoing journey that requires constant vigilance and adaptation. As cyber threats evolve, so must the strategies and tools used to combat them. By understanding the sources, types, and applications of threat intelligence, organizations can better navigate the cyber seas, ensuring their digital assets and ultimately their organizational integrity remain secure. In conclusion, the mastery of threat intelligence is not just about technology, it's about fostering a culture of security, continuous learning, and global cooperation. It is these elements that will ultimately determine the success of any cybersecurity strategy in the face of ever-evolving cyber threats.